This conference.
So, yes, welcome back to this session again. Thank you so much for joining with us in learning your Tosca. Yes, I'm here. So, let me introduce myself because I see few people are new today. So, yes, myself, Manasa Nisagaram, will be leading the training for the next 30 days, and we'll be covering all the certifications like AS1, AS2, TDS1, TDS2, and along with that, as a bonus, you will be also be able to completing database testing and API testing. Okay, so yes, so if you're not sure about what exactly the syllabus is, you can go and refer on the website Isha institute.com. So there you can see all the syllabus, that day-to-day syllabus what we will be learning in our sessions. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay, so let me start sharing my screen, and I'll give you a brief what we have understood in the last class. So last class is all about, we just understood what is manual testing and how automation testing has come into the picture, and why we have to what are the advantages or what are the features of Tosca so that we can use Tosca, and why to choose Tosca. So as it has more advantages than others too, so that is the reason Tosca has become popular in market currently. Okay, so today we will see more about what are the features of Tosca. So, what are the features of Tosca? So mostly these are the features of Tosca. Like it can do distributed execution. It has a scriptless coding. We can do risk-based testing, and you can also do multi-app testing. Test data can be done. API testing done. So all these are the features of Tosca. Okay. So we learn each and everything one by one in slowly. And if you see, this was a slide where it represents that Tricentis has large number of tools. Like if you are automation, you can do for Salesforce or SAP. And if you want to do a test management, they have tools for Q test, and also with the help of a plugin, we can also do with Jira and ALM. And Neoload performance testing you can do with the help of Neoload, that is provided by Tricentis, and Tosca Mobile also can be done. So these are the vast features that has, I mean, by Tricentis. And we also understood what are the different certifications that are there in Tosca. Like apart from that, there are also different certifications that are not included. As we are doing AS1, AS2, TDS1, and TDS2, I just showcased this slide. And yes, so coming to today's class. So everyone might be having a question. So, will I get placed? So, is Tosca good in the market? So, how are all the things? So, there might be many questions. Okay. So, these are the some of the metrics that we got, like in 2024, 2023. If you see, these are the top industries they started using Tosca. Okay, if you see, information technology being the highest, and Tosca is starting its career in other service sectors also, like financial service, computer software, insurance, banking, transportation, publishing, automobile, entertainment, and airlines. So all these industries, they have started implementing Tosca. So that is the reason Tosca, there's a large market of demand in the current situation, and everyone is looking for Tosca certification. candidates. Okay, if at all, if you have to apply for Tosca, the first thing they ask you, are you AS1, AS2 certified? Because AS1, AS2 certification gives us the basic knowledge about how to create a test case, how to run a test case, and how to manage your test cases. Okay, so that is the reason everyone in the market they are asking for AS1 and AS2 certifications. And also coming to the top country. So if you have an aspiration of going to some other country, yes, surely if you can explore this Tosca, learn more and more about this Tosca, yes, there are career advantages in almost all these countries. United States being the first one, Germany being the second, India is being the third, Netherlands, Austria, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Australia, Slovakia, and Canada. So wherever you see, if you have up there for Tosca, you will see at least one or two. I'm telling about Canada. If you see in Canada, at least one or two in the region, you will find Tosca because Tosca has started its journey very largely. Okay, so that is why opportunities wise, I just wanted to showcase that there are opportunities not only in India but also in other countries. Obviously, if you have opportunities in other country, that means we do surely will have business in India also, and obviously we get the projects and we have a career for this. Okay, so don't worry about all these questions that pop up in your mind saying that will I be getting a project, will I be getting placed in Tosca? Yes, for sure, I can tell you because almost in all my batches who have been consistent in the classes and putting up equal effort on all the exercise, clearing all the exercises. Yes, there are people who got placed with their own effort. I just helped them with all the concepts, and they went and cleared all the interviews. Okay, so but you have to be confident. You have to be learning each and every topic, whatever I tell. Okay, and coming to the competitors, yes, for everyone in the market should have and will have the competitors. Okay, so if you see, Circle CI is one competitor for Tosca, Cucumber, Bitbucket Pipelines, Robot Framework, Catalan, Browser Stock. So these are the competitors for Tosca. Okay, so yes, there is a competition for Tosca too, but Tosca is making its effort to be in the market. Okay. So we learn about what is automation testing, what is Tosca, different features in Tosca, and why Tosca. So we will see what are the differences between, as Selenium also being a lead marketing tool, I just wanted to compare with Selenium so that there are people who come to my classes who are very well versed in Selenium. They wanted to get a cross trained in Tosca. For them, it is damn easy because it's no scriptless. So there's no scripting involved. They can easily do it. Okay. So we will see what is the difference between Selenium and Tosca and how Tosca is different. So what are the different components that you learn about Tosca? Okay. So first we'll understand what are the advantages of Tosca. Yes, as I told, the first 4 to 5 days will be one man show that will be I will be talking and you will be like listening and getting the topics. I'll surely give you time for your doubts and queries. Yes, because the first 4 days I have to start. I have to inject few of the things in your mind. So I'll be talking from the next fourth or fifth class. I'll make sure that I'll talk less and you talk more. Okay, so but first 4 days please bear with me and you have to listen to me and you have to get acquainted to all the terminology words that I talk about Tosca. Yes, coming back to this slide. So advantages of Tosca. Yes, surely there are advantages of Tosca. As I've already told, I'll be telling it's a scriptless tool. So there's no coding knowledge that is required for you prior. Only thing is if you know what is a test case, you have to know what is a regression suite, like basic concepts of testing done. You can learn Tosca and it is very simple to use. It's like a user friendly thing. You can just navigate anywhere on your Tosca tool and you can get whatever you want. Okay, yeah, and less framework framework is written. So as it is a model based approach, I'll tell you what is model based approach. So model based approach is nothing. you decide the model and then start creating your test cases. Okay, so what is that model? I'll tell you in the later days of this class, or today or tomorrow on the time. You have to understand Tosca works on a model-based approach. Okay, so anyone in the interview, if they ask you what is a framework that is being used in Tosca, you have to answer it as it is a model-based approach. So that is the framework that is helping us to write our test cases. Okay, so unlike Selenium and all, there's no lines of code or no framework that you have to design if you have to start with this tool. And high reliability, yes, you can like, if you create one test case and if you feel other two test cases have the same test steps, you can just copy and paste them. Okay, so this tool is more about drag and drop and copy and paste. And yes, there will be some situations where you have to use your mind more. Yes, but most of the time, if you have all these features, so that wherever you have to put your brain, you can spend the time there more rather than thinking of how to create a test case. Okay, and yes, there is a query solution called TQL, where in the TQL query, if you write something, you can fetch whatever you want. It might be a model attribute, right? So you don't know where is your test case. You write a TQL query, you can get the test case path. Okay, and you don't know where is your model attribute. You write a TQL query, you get the model attribute. Okay, so that is a powerful query solution that you have inside Tosca. You can flip around. Yes, yes, there are disadvantages of Tosca also, as every tool have a plus and minus. This also has some minus. So mainly compatible issues. It's not compatible with my Mac or Linux devices. Yeah, I do heard from my previous batches that Mac also is getting supported with some plugin or something. So it's a very long process. So unlike Windows and all, you can easily install. For Mac and Linux, it is not supportable. But there are ways for Mac, it seems. I'm not sure about it. We have to have a thing. And yes, and also like, as a result, users to run in your Mac systems, it is a little difficult. And yeah, so once you have saved all your modules, everything, so I mean, it is difficult if you don't understand the concept of what is module, and when you come back and see what is that, it will be difficult for you. And maintenance issue. And one more thing, it needs a little more space than what it is mentioned in the yesterday I have pinged you, right? So the basic requirements. Apart from that, a free space of other 3 or 5 GB would be there, because it needs lot of space than what it is mentioned in the system requirements. Okay, and yeah, maintenance issues there. It's like maintenance issues, it's like you have to save your tsu file in a proper way so that it won't stuck. And there are some times where Tosca get hang. It's not like every time, so maybe in a like 3 months or 1 month, you might face this I mean, hang issues. Okay, yeah, so integration issues, it cannot be I mean, it cannot be done with Git, but it has other integration issues, like if you have any knowledge about Selenium, in Selenium, what you do after you write your repository, after you write all your code, you have to commit it to the Git. Okay, so here there is no Git concept, but yes, but surely you will commit it to your Tosca server only. Okay, so those are the few disadvantages. And yes. Yes, I'll stop my talk here. I'll just give you some time for you to showcase your doubts and queries. If you have any, I see few of them joined today. You can go ahead and ask your queries.
Hello.
Manasa, you mentioned it's a model-based testing. Like, what do you mean by model-based testing? How it is different from other kind of testings?
Yeah, Naveen, you have to allow me some time. I will show you in the tool. Okay.
So, like Selenium, this one does not have any framework, right? That's what you mentioned. So, instead of framework, we call it as a model based testing.
Yes, correct. It's a model based. So
Okay.
I'll tell you how the model is created and all, but first we will see the disadvantages, advantages of Selenium and Tosca, and then we'll move on to the next topic called model-based testing. Any other
But sir, can you
questions?
explain? Can you explain TSQL again?
Yeah, okay. Let me open my this thing. I am trying to open my this thing. Just allow me 1 minute. Once this is open, I TQL. I'll tell you again. Any other questions?
What you told, according to what is the name of your website and whatever is suppose that I want to material. So where we have to go?
I did not get your question, Vinita. If you don't mind, can you repeat?
You told na Isha web something like your website ki you have to go for a study material.
It's not study material, it's a syllabus that I was talking about. If you are not sure what syllabus we are covering, what are the topics, it's clearly mentioned on the Isha website.
Okay. Isha website.
Isha Institute website.
Okay.
If you want, I even have to check it. Material will not be there. Material will be provided by us after we get your enrollments, but it's just a high level view what all the topics that we are covering.
Recording is ongoing na?
Yeah, recording is ongoing.
Hi, Manasa.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please tell me.
Can you please ping here the configuration is required to install Tosca?
Yeah, sure. I'll be.
Yes, thank you.
Just a moment. Something it's not opening for TQL to open. Let me.
Could you please repeat last slide?
Yeah, I'm asking. Allow me some time. I'm actually trying to open Tosca.
Okay.
I had two queries. Let me open. I'll also show you a sample test case. How to do. So better I'll ping it on the WhatsApp. Is it okay for you? The requirements. Okay, so let us come back to this. Let it open. I'll just explain about what is the difference between selenium and all. Yeah, I'll explain about DQL. My toast will let it open. Meanwhile, we'll try to cover this. Okay. Yes, so these are the few advantages that we could get out of Tosca and Selenium. So here being the heading, this is about Tosca and this is about Selenium. Okay, so it's like Tosca can support, I've told you, right, wide number of applications, whether it might be desktop, or web application or mobile, SAP, Salesforce, any kind of application, Tosca almost supports all the types of applications. In Selenium, it can only support web application. So paid or free? Yes. Tosca being a licensed tool, yes, you have to buy the license. Don't worry about your license. If you are enrolled with us, we'll take care of your license and the license will be provided for 90 days. And yes, we will also tell you a way where you can extend the license. And Selenium is being a free and open source software application. That is the reason Selenium is also in high demand currently. And if you see automation type, it is a model based automation. For Tosca, I'll explain what is model based automation. And Selenium is all about code based automation. Okay, scripting. So scripting is not required for Tosca, but Selenium, yes, you have to understand what is Java, what is Python, and also what is Selenium. Okay. API testing is possible with Tosca. We are seeing API testing, how to do an API testing. So we will learn about API testing in later stages of this class. And Selenium is not feasible for API testing. So test data management. So it supports test data management with internal tool. So there is an internal tool inside the Tosca. So with the help of, like, you can create your test case design sheets inside the Tosca itself, or you can also make use of TDS repository where we can save your all your data. Okay. So in Selenium, there is no such concept of test data management. Yes, in Tosca, whatever the test case you get, there is a high reusability. You can reuse it hundred number of times. There is a concept called library where you can use all your everything. So all your save all your things and you can reuse. If you are a team of 5 or 10, all others, if they also want it, they can reuse the concept. Okay, so this reusability of test case concept you can see when we are talking about libraries. Okay, so libraries is one concept we are covering in this, and that in that you can understand how this reusability happens in Tosca. In Selenium, it is slow compared. Okay, so exploratory testing also can be done in Tosca, and Selenium, it is not possible. CI integration, it can support any CI tools, but Selenium, mostly it can only support Jenkins, I believe. Okay. And QC and Jira integration can happen with Tosca tool. You have to have an add-in in your Tosca. Then yes, whatever test cases you run here, the status will be updated in your Jira or QC. Okay, so that kind of flexibility is there, and there is no need for you to go manually update the status of the test case, either it is failed or passed. Okay. And yes, the support of Tricentis. I just have to talk about this more because Tricentis has provided such a dedicated support. So they have a separate website called support.tricentis.com. So where whatever the issue is, you can just log on and you can just see there are many people interacting, and it's like a forum for all the people who work on Tosca. Okay, so there also, by just by exploring that website, also that support tool, you can get lots of information. So you can understand how Tosca is. Like, you might be only using one scenario in your project, but when you go there, you can explore different concepts, different techniques, different information that is provided uh, this information is purely provided by Tricentis team only. Okay, no one else. Okay, even in Google, if you try to search some issue that you face in Tosca, hardly get information about it. Okay, but when you go to the support.tricentis.com, you can get starting from installation till doing something in your test data sheet, whatever is an issue, you can post there, and Tricentis team only will come back and answer you. Okay, so or else you can also explore the related articles, whatever are there present in there, and you will get the information. Okay, so there is also, I mean, with my experience I'm talking. So there was one project where we took over with Tricentis, and Tricentis has extended a support with us. So what happened is they acted like an architect, so that whatever the issues that we are facing, maybe the installation issues or license configuration issues or creation of test case, so they extended the support so much. So whatever might be the issue, we had a separate Tricentis person with us, associated with us, so we could solve all the issues with them. Okay, so that kind of support is coming from Presentis, but I don't think for Selenium you have to go do some research and development, or you have to go into the Google and search it, right? So that is what the difference between Presentis and other tools. Okay, so let me quickly jump here. So this is the tool. You will get to understand this tool very quickly. I'll open this imports.as1. Let it open. Just a moment, please. Okay, it's still opening. Let me. Okay, so that kind of support we have from Tricentis Tosca. Okay, and yeah, so framework, we already talked about framework. It is like a model based framework. And coming to the object library, so yes, I told there's a concept called library where you can store large number of your test scripts. Yes, reporting is also possible with Tosca. You have to just on one click you can generate different kinds of reports in Tosca. So we will see how to generate that reports also in our later stages of our class. And miscellaneous like SAP, Salesforce, everything, test data management, exploratory management, all can be done with Tosca. Yes, and creating a script in Tosca is very fast compared to Selenium. Okay, because Selenium you have to write 100 lines of code, everything. Here there is no need for us to write it. Yes. So everyone is more interested about what is model-based testing. Yes, because you might have experience in Selenium and all. So there you have to write the framework, right? You have to decide. General. So okay, let before going to the framework. So I just wanted to understand what is framework. So according to you, what is a framework? Anyone can answer. This is an open forum. You can talk and we can listen.
It's a group of test cases having the common functionality put together.
It's a
Correct.
design pattern actually, framework design pattern.
Yes, correct. Okay. So that those are the correct. It's like you first design what all the things that I have, I mean, Tosca or the your test scripts has to do something like it. Just to give you a simple example, like in a framework, you can write a login functionality. So where you have this login function written and other things also written. Okay, so here what happens is first you have to decide what is a model. Okay, what application that you are doing. Suppose if it is a SAP or web application or mobile application. Yes. Okay, so then what you do, you try to get that technical information onto your Tosca as a kind of model. We call it as module here. Okay, so if you see, this is a module. Okay, what does it have? It has all the technical information, whatever you decide for which application you have to do. It might be a SAP application, it might be a Salesforce application, it might be a Java application. Okay, so suppose, let us think it is a web application. So what you have to do, you have to write a test case. And to write a test case, you have to have the information. So something like that, if I see this demo web shop, my first test case is to write a login, to just click on this login. So to just click on this login, what I have to have in my test case, this login link has to be present in my test case. Only then my Tosca will run all my test cases. So for that, what I need all the information of this, okay, inside my Tosca. Only then whatever the operation that I tell, it might be click, it might be writing something inside this text box, whatever might be. So then Tosca can go and perform. Okay. So there in
Manasa,
Selenium, you write a framework. Here we try to get the model of this inside our Tosca as a module, and then we save it. Yes. Yes,
you are
please.
breaking. I'm not too sure if it's only for me, but
No,
Even
even
now we are
same
breaking.
here.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
voice
it's
is
breaking.
breaking. It's disturbance.
Yeah, correct.
whatever that you had mentioned, it was not clear. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe because I am too far from. Sorry, is it okay now?
Yes,
Um,
it's audible now.
Is it still not okay?
No, it's audible now.
Okay. Okay. I was a little away from the speaker. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what I was telling. So we will capture all the technical information of this of this page inside our Tosca as a form of module, and then we start creating our test cases. Okay. So now I'll show you how we will get all the information. Okay. Okay, so first thing you have to do is you have to just click on the module and click on scan application. I'll tell you all these steps again, don't worry. Okay, so that is called as model based framework. Okay, so all the technical information will be saved inside this model automation model, and then on your test case level, what you give your business information, like whatever it has to perform. Suppose on the link you have to click it, you just give in a test case, just click. Okay. And if you have to write something in your text box, you write that on your value section and give an input. Okay. So if you see here, this clearly shows. Okay, so this is called model based this thing, like, and this is script based. And if you see in the application, okay, so I'll just tell you. So imagine that there is a page where it has to enter the vehicle details, like make, engine performance, year of the construction, and fuel, list of the prices, license plate number. All these are saved. Okay. So what you did, you have created it into a module, and then you have converted into a test case. So in the test case, under make, what is the information that you are trying to give? You are asking your Tosca to write in the text box of make, give Audi. In the text box of engine performance, give 200. In the text box of year of construction, give the year. Okay. So that is how you pass the instructions to Tosca. Okay. So whereas in Selenium, you have to write this many lines of code to just write some input. Okay, so you have to get the parent object, child object, and then in the child object, whatever you have to give the input, give the input, and then say input. Okay, so this is my application I want to do. So this concept is called scanning your application, where you are trying to get your I mean, you are trying to create a model by creating a module. Okay. So now I have to analyze for this particular test case what all the things I have to have. Suppose I have to have the register button, login login button, shopping cart, wish list, because I have to create 4 different test cases. Just check whether these links are working or not. Okay. The first test case being I have to click on the register and I have to see whether this link is working or not. And the next test case is I have to click on login. I have to see whether this login link is working or not. Okay. So I just click on register, and so now I have decided what all the things I have to have. I just go select all those things. I save it. Okay, and now I come back to Tosca. If you see, whatever that I have selected, and if you see, the image represents whatever the page that you have tried to scan. Okay, so this is what all you get, and you have tried to get the links. Okay, register, login, and shopping cart. Okay, so now I have created my module with the help of a model that I have decided. Okay, so with this help, I can just simply create my test case. So my first test case being just clicking on this register. Okay, so I'll just here in Tosca, it's all majorly drag and drop. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to drag this and drop it on your test case, and the test case is this is a very high level way. I'm just explaining, trying to make you understand how easy to for you to create a test case. And here I have to click on this register link. So I just give a command call click. Okay, so I just run this. This is how you can see your execution is happening. It's not happening. I did not tell Tosca where to run, so that is why it is still waiting. So, but this is how you create your test case. Okay, so this is how simple you start creating a test case. Okay, so whatever you see is a test case, and whatever you see down is a test step. Okay, so if you have understood, so how much time did I take to create one simple test step, like just clicking on this login? It's hardly less than 5 minutes, right? So once I run this, it will go and click on this. Okay. So there's something today in the morning. My Tosca is not behaving as expected. So that is the reason I'm not able to show you. But yes, surely I'll come back to you with a proper this thing. Okay.
I think there is
Yeah.
an poor connection.
Is it? Okay. Okay. Maybe that is the reason. It is. Okay. So yeah, so this is called model-based testing approach. So were you able to understand what is model-based? So did you get at least a high level what is model-based approach?
Yes, Manas.
Can you explain only one line key? What is the main objective if we are saying or telling it is a model based approach?
We are creating a test framework without writing 100 lines of code, just by creating a model. Okay. So that is a one line that I can explain. So if you see these, yeah, I, I can get you down again. So if you see, if your Tosca has to interact, application, you have to have all the elements in your Tosca. So for that, you scan your application, get all the elements, save it, and then in your test case, you can give whatever the information that has to perform, and then your test case is ready. So that interaction, so how you do is with the help of creating a module. So that is called model. So people get confused with model and module. So here you can also say it is module based automation. So first you create a module and then you start creating your test case. So that can also be called it. Okay, any questions still here?
Hi, Mansa. Actually, the question belong to last slide that we are covering Qtest, Neoload, and that one testing from mobile testing.
In this training course you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. We are only covering web application testing with the help of Tricentis
Okay.
Tosca. So,
So
if
how
time
can we cover
permits,
this?
yeah, if your time permits, I can explain you. Q test is nothing but something you daily see in your daily project. It is ALM Jira, the same way. However, you see ALM Jira, the same is Q test. So Q
Mhm.
test is not covered here. If time permits, if you are with us, I can make out some time and show you how Q test is. And mobile, yes, as I repeatedly say, so once you get hold of this basic API, web application testing like AS1 and AS2, whatever might be the application, you can easily do it. You easily do it. Okay. So there's just one small minor change. I will tell you the minor change also in the later stages of the class. And rest everything is same. So what all the concepts you learn in AS1, AS2, the same belongs with mobile, SAP, and Salesforce also.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Qtest is just an agile tool.
It's a test management tool where we can load our test cases, save it for running purpose. Like whatever you do with ALM and Jira, it's the same Q test tool.
Okay. And you mentioned along with web-based, we'll be doing a database testing also, right, with Tosca?
Yeah. Yes, yes. The main focus is on web application because all the AS1, AS2 topics are on web application. Yes, we are also covering database. We are also covering API testing and all.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So what is risk-based testing? So anyone knows what is risk-based testing approach? Anyone worked on risk-based testing previously? No? Yes, no would be good.
No.
No, ma'am. No one.
Okay, let
Hello?
me give you a few. Yes, please.
Yeah, risk-based testing approach is generally used in banks where the securities authorities and the access and identification modules are checking. It's exposed
Sorry.
financial risk, security risk.
Can you come back again? Sorry, I did not get your point.
I'm telling only that risk-based testing approaches belongs
Yeah,
to where there is a threat in security, financial risk, access and identification issues, like a
yeah, it's
wrongdoing,
not
terrorist
like.
attack.
Yes, it's not like only that. So there might be some situations where you have to do a risk-based testing, like you have a time crunch and your on-site manager will ask you to do a quick analysis or quick testing so that the application is working fine. Okay, so then also you can do risk-based testing. So you have to analyze what application or what functionality might come into the risk if I don't test it. Okay, so to explain more about this, suppose if you say there's a login functionality, logout functionality, and some other functionality in the middle. There are three functionalities. Okay, let me open this.
Here we have test only high level.
Sorry,
In risk based approach, we have test only high level modules.
hi.
I mean
You're
basic
asking me or you're telling? You're asking.
main features only we have to test.
Yeah, you're telling me or you're asking me? I'm
Asking,
little.
asking, asking
Okay,
me.
okay. Yeah, it depends upon. It's not like we only do the high level, we can do end to end level. So we are telling risk based testing also can be possible by assessing the risk. Okay, suppose there are three functionalities: login, in the middle, what I can say, okay, shopping cart, and logout. Okay, so what do you feel if I don't try testing this login functionality? So what might be the risk of this application? So if login itself is not working, what is the risk that is involved? So it is a high risk, right? So for sure, you have to do this login functionality. So whenever there is a time crunch and your manager asks us to do a quick testing, so then you come and say risk-based testing. So you can just quickly say, okay, so this login has to be done 100%. I should not skip this functionality because if login itself is not working, how can I say my application is working, right? So that is how you assess the risk. So log out, okay, 50%. So you might be inside, you have logged in inside it and you are logging out. So 50% of risk might be involved. And shopping cart is a very least, like it doesn't matter that much for your customer. So sometimes it happens with shopping cart. So now what happens? So whenever your manager comes and asks you to do quick testing, so you assess the risk, like this is a risk. Okay, so what you do, you concentrate more on these functionalities, like you don't have to skip anything from the login. Okay, so that uh, risk measure and all can happen in Tosca. So you just have to decide what is the risk, and rest all is taken by care by Tosca. Okay, so this one will be discussed, like how we do all the test case execution, how we, I mean, how we ensure that all the test cases are run, everything we will see in the later stages of this class. But for now, to you to understand what is risk-based testing approach, so this is the risk-based testing approach. Okay, so this is also possible in Tosca. Okay, so this is not only the thing that is possible, this is also possible in Tosca. You can do functional testing also here, you can do regression testing also. Any testing is there, but risk-based testing approach is a special thing that Tosca has implemented. Okay, so how to make sure that all this risk, high level risk are included in your Tosca, I will explain you when we are talking about, when we get a good knowledge about how to create our test cases and all. So then we move on to this topic about risk based testing. Okay, hope I'm clear.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this is scriptless testing. We just create a module. I told you how to, I gave you a brief how to create a module. What I did, I simply dragged and dropped that module onto my test case, and then I passed the data onto my test case. So what was the data that I have given here? It is a click operation that I have tried performing. So what happens when I run this? This register button will go and click, will only be clicked. Okay. And what else? Distributed execution. Okay, suppose there is a scenario that you have like 150 test cases or 200 test cases in your execution list, and you have only 1 hour or 2, or suppose half day of time. Okay, so you have to complete it. When you manually do it, it is not possible for us to complete it on time, right? So what we do, we generally go ahead and what is a concept here in Tosca is we distribute the execution list among different agents that we set up. So what is agent, what is server, all those things I'll explain when I'm telling about this distributed execution. So for now, you have to understand, we distribute the execution list or the test cases among different systems, and we run all the test cases, and the result will be stored in our local machine. Okay, so that is the concept of distributed execution. You can, so once you understand what is DEX, in the similar manner, you can also do this Jenkins thing, CI/CD pipeline, all those things can be set up. Okay, so the basic thing, DEX is an inbuilt feature of Tosca. So in Tosca itself, you can do this distributed execution, and if you don't want to do it only in Tosca, you want to go to the next level, you can also set up a Jenkins job and you can run all your execution list. Okay, so that is called distributed execution. So you being the user on the server, you tell the server, please run this 150 test cases. So server will take care of this distribution and it will try to make the run as soon as possible and give the results back to our user. So I being the user, I'll get my results on my machine. Yeah, and other important features are we can do handling dynamic test data, we can do a test recording also, and it's also compatible with different types of applications. And this is the architecture. Architecture we'll talk tomorrow, and we'll talk more about this architecture will be discussed tomorrow. For today, this is what I have planned for. So if you have any questions, anything about the timings or anything about the course structure and all, you can just always pitch in and ask me, and I'm here for next 5 minutes.
Hi, Manasa.
Yeah, hi.
Manasa, like today you showed right like how you jump to like Tosca directly. Okay, so like are you going to like teach like how to install and basically how to like basically start from scratch or
Yeah, Raghav. So I told you, right? 4 to 5 days will be the
yeah?
demo. I mean, not demo. Sorry, the theoretical sessions. So I'll incorporate all the things, whatever you have to get acquainted. And then the first day, after 4 or 5 day, my starting class will be installation of Tosca and each and everyone's machine with the license provided. Okay.
Okay,
And
okay, okay,
every day exercises will be there. For every concepts, I'll give you more and more scenarios for you to, do them, and so that if you do this daily exercises, you will be ready for your interview at the end of this training sessions.
sure,
Okay,
no
because
worries.
you
Thank
had
you.
enough practice, and we'll be working on this demo web application only. And for database testing, we'll be setting up a database separately, and we'll try to connect with the databases also.
Yep. Thanks, Manasa.
No problem. Any other questions?
Yeah, Manasa, these slides which you are showing with these slides will be available in the study material also.
No, these slides are only for the reference for me.
Okay.
Okay, and daily it will not be slide concept. Okay, so sometimes I might show slides, sometimes I will only show you a Tosca commander, and most of the times when we start our practical sessions, it will be only the Tosca commander. Okay, so there if I show you the slides, it will not be. For you to understand it. Okay, for now to make you understand the concepts, I have created the slides. But it's not like after that you don't see the slides. You will see the slides also for sure, wherever it is necessary. And slides is only for my purpose. And yes, study materials like, the concepts, whatever the concepts, and just a brief about the concept, and also if there is any syntax, all those things will be given in your study material. So there's a notepad for each every day, all the concepts, whatever we have covered, and that will be given to you once you get the drive access with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, any other questions? If no questions, we can wind up today's session.
Manasa,
Yeah, please.
again I'm repeating my last question. In
Yeah.
that means I can say in interview, suppose that they are asking what is the model based approach. So My answer is that we are creating a test cases without writing 100 lines code, so that's why it is called a model based approach.
Yeah, for now, this is what you can answer. But after you start your practical thing, you will be more thorough about your answer. You can tell more about your answer. Okay. So
Okay,
for now, whatever you are understanding is correct.
okay.
Okay, okay, then.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Manasa, I have one doubt on this model-based
Yes.
testing also. Can we
Yes. Yes.
say like these modules are storing our requirement, like whatever we technical info and the requirement also?
It's not requirement, Anjali. It's base. It's not requirement. It's morely about uh, what is a test case. So what are main elements
Okay,
that you have in your test case. So that thing. Requirement is separate thing. Okay. So requirement we have a separate tab and we'll be working on the requirements again. Okay.
okay,
So
okay,
this is not requirement. It's only that top level information of the application that you're trying to use.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Can you go back to that slide of other features, Manasa, just for a minute? Like handling dynamic test data and test recording command. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Test recording is possible and it's also compatible with other applications. Okay. Okay, all right. So with this, I close today's session. Thank you so much for joining our sessions and we'll meet up in tomorrow's session. Have a very
Okay, thank
nice
you.
day ahead. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, Manasa.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Manasa.
you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.